coming out. It's great to see everybody. It's nice to be in South Florida. You know, I don't know if you guys have heard the story of this. I never intended to be a writer for children at all. I actually was a middle school teacher. I taught 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, and that was fine with me. But the thing is, I also have 2 sons. One is 14 now, and one is 11. And when my 14-year-old was in elementary school, he was having a kind of a tough time. He didn't like reading. He didn't like school. He said the only thing that he liked that year is he liked Greek mythology. And I said, well, I taught Greek mythology a lot. Why don't you let me tell you some stories at home? And so I started telling him Greek mythology stories. I told him about Hercules, and I told him about Jason and the Argonauts. And when I ran out of stories, he said, well, Dad, make up a new one for me. I was like, okay, how do you make up a Greek myth? I started thinking about it, and I started thinking about all those old Greek gods, and of course we don't believe in them anymore, but what if they were still hanging around? Because they're supposed to be immortal. What if they were still having children with mortals like they used to, like Hercules, Jason? And what if you suddenly discovered, here in modern-day America, that your real mom or your real dad was a Greek god? Yeah, you're all looking at your parents, I know. And I started thinking about that. And I'm curious, who would you want to have as a mom or dad? Does anybody have a favorite Greek god or goddess? Yeah, the third, Poseidon, that'd be awesome. You'd have all these water powers, you could breathe underwater and make toilets explode. That'd be great. Yeah, right here. Oh, Poseidon is awesome. Yeah, right here. Artemis, the huntress, that'd be great. You'd be great at archery. Of course, you promised never to have kids, but minor detail. Yes, back there. Zeus with his lightning bolts. You could be like, Dad, this guy's annoying me. Boom! That'd be cool. My favorite answer, I was at a school in Texas one time, and I said, okay, what Greek god would you want as a mom or a dad? This girl raised her hand really excited. Ooh, Batman! Okay, good answer. Anyway, I made up this story for my son about this kid, Percy Jackson. He was 12 years old when the first book begins. And he's never known his dad. He thinks his dad is dead. He finds out his dad is not dead. His dad is a Greek god. Now that's bad news, because if you're a demigod, when you hit middle school, the monsters of the world start trying to kill you. So he's got to go on all these quests. He has to find a missing lightning bolt that's been stolen from the god Zeus. I made this up. I told it to my son. When I was done, he said, Dad, you need to write that down. I said, nah, nobody wants to read that. He said, no, really, Dad, write it down. I said, okay, fine. I wrote it down. I let some of my students read it. And they encouraged me to try to get it published. Well, I sent it off to the publishers, got a response right away, and the next thing I knew, I'm a children's author. The lightning